Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Blessings to everyone. So we reached almost the last third of Ramadan, and there is a period which is called itikaf. That is the last 10 days where some people seclude themselves, and it's very beneficial to do so. And if you cannot seclude yourself completely, you can seclude yourself partly. Yeah, that means you do not look for much outdoor activity. So this is about Ramadan, but actually I want to talk about what we call image and imagination. So our mind is based on imagination about ourselves. And it says in all the scriptures, do not make an image of myself. Yeah. So when we do that, when we make an image of ourselves, it means that we cannot see ourselves because we are permanently busy with the image. No? And knowing the image that we create is one thing. Then letting go the image, yeah, is another thing. So the same thing we do when we think in time. We imagine ourselves in a certain image, in a certain constellation, in an imaginated future, right? And this has a very powerful impact on us, yeah, because you see, the imagination is one of the strongest powers we have been given. So it has a negative side and it has a positive side. So the positive side is that you can shape to a certain point your future by imagination. Yeah. But that doesn't mean necessarily that you know yourself. You see, you can have a very fantastic life. Maybe you materially, you will be very well, you will be very high, you have all kinds of successes. But the one success, and this is the connection with the divine, that is not given like that, you see. The only way, and it is also in the word of Islam, is surrendering. No, it means literally surrendering. Yeah. So what do we have to surrender? Yeah. If we are doing right, if we are doing okay, and yet we are not connected. Yeah. Well, we have to surrender the image about ourselves. And we have to surrender the future as well. No? The future that we want to control it by our imagination, by our efforts. No? And we can, it is given to us to a certain point. And if we would do that collectively, we certainly would have a different situation on earth. But as everyone does it individually, you see, there's the limit here. Again, as long as we think only me, some can achieve because it is in the mathematics possible, but not all. Yeah. If we want to have a collective situation that is beneficial for everyone, then we need to do another thing, and this is the we. Yeah. Thinking to the other, serving the other, and this is the way how you know yourself. You see, it is not the word destroying your image is not the right word. It is actually forgetting your image. You have to forget yourself. You are you without you. This is the way it works. And one way to forget yourself is to remember others, to look for others, to serve others, serve your family, serve radically the truth, serve radically the light, the divine. Yeah, whatever that is for you, because you cannot imagine it, but you can somehow feel it. Yeah, and one day comes that you will experience it. And there is a guidance in the book of love, and it says, I am the light of heavens and earth. So It is a light. Yeah. And the light has no opposite. Yeah. It is not the light in the darkness. Yeah. It is not the dark and the light. It is a light, right? And that is why we follow the sun, because it's a light. It's our light that gives us the life. And if we synchronize with it, we have the right track already energetically to connect. It is also physical for our being extremely important to spend some time in the sunlight. No? And nowadays that we do it so little, we have all kinds of consequences. And there is a research about it, that the lack of D3, the vitamin D, causes dementia. There's a new research about that. So, and as we are through the digitalization or spending more and more time indoor, we have also a rapid increase of dementia in every country, actually. That's just a side thing. So, knowing yourself is not by looking into your image. It is important also. And with the image, you need to know the pair. That is the shadow image that is automatically created out of mercy so that we are ready to let it drop, you see. But it is hidden and we have to look for it. And when we look for it, we find this demonic self, this demonic part of us that is completely egoistic, yeah, egotistic, you can say, no, and just worries about itself and tries to find its way just for itself. No, it cannot think to others. It is an effort to think to others, right? And this is the effort we have to do. Yeah. This in our passages, we are now into it. This will be the steps to do. Everyone learns to trust that he is looked after, she is looked after. And by having this trust, by having this faith, you see, it always comes back to faith. Yeah. Faith is something that you cannot know, but you can feel it. There is a sense of it, right? And if you have this faith that you are looked after, you can go with a full courage in your life and you don't have to worry, you see. If you don't have that faith, you are doomed to worry. And people usually worry all their lives. Inshallah, that gives you some perspective about image and imagination. And it is your choice which path to follow. And we are not the judges. So if your path is a material path, go to it and experience it, right? If your path wants to truly know him or herself, go for it and experience it and find liberation. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.